God. Woo! Wow. The volume is different on this side. Is it too loud for you?
It's so loud.
How about now?
It's better. There,
Okay.
that's perfect.
Oh my God. Don't panic, y'all. Zach and I are sitting on different sides.
Yes, we are.
Of the podcasting studio. Because guess what, Zach? You already know this. I tore a ligament in my neck, bitch.
You did.
Remember last week when I was like, hee hee ha ha, my neck hurts. I don't know what I did. I tore a ligament.
Are we going off? I mean, I was with you at the chiropractor.
Yes.
Is that what we're going off of?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
he's like, there's nothing you can do. Definitely don't massage it, which is crazy because that's all we had been doing to her up until
days.
taking her
Yes.
to see a professional.
Yes.
He also thought that we are a heterosexual couple.
You guys, the way this doctor thought Zach and I were together sexually.
I don't even know.
Two gays walk into a room. Zach literally walks in and the lady was like, you can go back with her. And I was like, sure. You want to come back and see what's going on?
Of course. I'm going to go watch.
Yeah. And he comes back and I lay on the table. And for some reason, the male doctor, immediately starts talking to Zach as if it's his problem.
I know. I was like your caregiver, I
Yes.
guess, / partner.
Yes. And he was like, yes, so you need to be doing this. You need to not be doing this. He's telling Zach this, not me. And then he starts to show Zach, he's like, come over here. And meanwhile, Zach, you're actively saying.
I was like, well, I'm not touching her. Literally, he was like, you want to do this here. I was like, do you have a stick? I'm not doing it with my hands. And he was like,
massaging her, he said.
Yeah. I didn't want you getting any ideas. I didn't want you seeing a medical professional saying, I now needed to massage you every 2 hours for 5 minutes.
And this man did not get it.
He was like, and then you slowly move her head this way, then you move it back, you give her a kiss. You move it this way, you bring it, you give her 2 kisses. And I went, ugh.
No, thank you.
But at that point, I was like, what are we doing?
What are we? It was very comical. And it's not any better, which I was hoping it was supposed to be better today.
Not any better?
No.
Really?
And when I wake up, it's worse.
Really bad.
And then I go out through the day and I'm like, okay, I can do this.
Have you been wearing your really disgusting neck thingy?
They told me I should. And I reached out to a friend who has neck problems like this. And he was like, wear a neck brace because otherwise you're just going to be re-injuring
Bitch,
it.
I've been over here 2 hours. I haven't seen your neck in a brace.
I ordered one.
No, you have one. You have that inflatey one that looks like a pool floaty for your fucking neck.
It's like an airplane pillow. So I'm trying to get a proper one.
Why don't we use the thing we have while you're waiting?
That's what that actually is. Actually, what that is a neck separator. It's supposed to stretch your neck so that you get space in between your vertebra.
Like those rings around women's necks in the African villages?
Correct.
You look good with those.
Goodbye. Rose gold's more my color. Hi. Oh. Housekeeping. Zach.
It's because we're on the other side, I think.
Nothing makes sense today.
Yeah.
We just did something kind of
bold.
Dramatic.
I mean.
Healing.
Yes. This is my.
Okay, let's hear it.
I hope it is healing.
It is.
I hope it's appropriately timed.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's something you stand by.
Mm-hmm.
And because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love all the big things you did today. And you can tell people why you did them. Because I thought that was interesting in the car, just a little bit that I heard about it. Because I've never heard that word, unfoldment or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to tell everyone?
So this still isn't the breakup episode, y'all, but actively healing from that breakup. So this is just a little tidbit. I did not unfollow Sir because I couldn't really place why. Yeah. Because to me, I've never not been friends with an ex. We've said that. And I reconnected with my ex, Jared. We have always been friends. We've always checked in on each other, blah, blah, blah. But through this breakup, he has been helping coach me through some emotional things that I saw that were actually patterns from our relationship. And he's helping me. I'm sort of helping him be able to heal from some of the shit he did to me. And it's actually just wildly helpful for us to reconnect this far away from our breakup.
Sure.
And he has been doing in his therapy this thing called unfoldment, which is you bring in a problem. And then basically it's like 7-layer dip where it's like, okay, what's behind that?
I zoned out until you said 7-layer dip. And I was like, okay, let's talk about
You're
these
like
layers.
healing, blah, blah.
Cream
another
cheese
breakup.
better be one of them.
Yeah. So first it goes trauma, cream cheese.
Yes.
Beans. Second
Trauma.
beans.
Okay, sorry. So it's 7-layer dip.
7-layer dip. And I mean, like, I can't really explain, but it's very like you visualize things, you put.
So wait, what are the layers though?
Well, it's different every time because
Okay.
it kind of it follows based on what you present to the person as like the problem.
So it's a choose your own adventure
Exactly.
dip.
You nailed it.
Okay.
And what I went in with was my neck pain, my frustration around.
This is with Jared
Yes,
though?
this is with Jared on FaceTime.
He you guys do this often or you guys do this sporadically or?
We've been checking in with each other in these like really therapeutic, like hour-long conversations. But
Okay.
today we were like, he was like, oh, I'd love to try this thing with you. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And so I was doing it with him, but he was kind of like helping guide me to understand how it works.
So he brought something and you brought something?
No, just me.
Okay, got it.
I took up the whole time.
Love it.
And I went in with talking about how frustrating acute pain is when I'm someone who lives with chronic pain. And what I left with was unfollowing Sir on Instagram, and we just dropped off the last box of his stuff at his place together.
Yeah, I was there for that part.
And the way that we did this like unfoldment, it's an hour-long sort of like meditation, but also therapy and visualization. And like, it was really fucking powerful. And Jared told me, he's like, the next 5 hours after doing a session like this is really vital for rewiring new pathways and like literally unfolding your patterns. And so he was like, be really, generous to yourself in these next few hours, like do the things you want to do, get done. Like, I can't wait to see what
Make big moves.
And I was still sitting on FaceTime with Jared and I was like, I want to unfollow Sir. And he was like, okay, like let's break that down. And we like kind of went through the unfoldment. And what I got to was like, I did not want to unfollow him on social media because for a few reasons. One, Sir told me that we ended things on a friendly note. It's clearly been the opposite. He's been talking shit and like not a kind person whatsoever through this breakup. So I think I was holding on to this idea that like he told me everything was okay. Like we're done, but like we don't hate each other, which he's showing to be very differently.
That's interesting. I didn't really understand that he was still under the impression that it was a good, healthy like breakup.
Oh, I don't think he does, but
he's just saying that.
That's what he said. And well, I mean, like, I hope he doesn't think so because this is not.
I mean,
that would be delusional.
Crazy, yeah.
Then I got behind that feeling. I got behind that feeling, and it all came back to I didn't want to hurt him by unfollowing him. I would your face right now. You're like, I could never. I was like, by unfollowing him, that makes me the bad person, that I'm the one being mean to him now. And I don't want to be
you're being the petty, the smaller man.
Yes. And I was like, what I got to in this unfoldment session was like, no, this is like energy protection now. And I was, even after he did all the shit he did, and like I was going through literal trauma, I was still trying to hold space for him in my life. And still trying to be the bigger person and like send him a space to be like, well, if you need a friend, I'm here. Or like, if you still want to connect in some way. And I just like had this fucking powerful moment of like, I don't care. Like, I can't change the way he thinks about me. No matter what I do, he's going to feel what he wants to feel. So I have to be like, what does Kelsey want and need? And I didn't realize I was holding on to that piece of like, I just hate the idea of me making someone feel bad about themselves. I don't like that. I don't like conflict. I don't like someone being like, oh my God, Kelsey thinks I'm this, or like she said this about me. Like I would never want that. And so that was a big moment. And then piggybacking off of that, you guys came over, me, Tiana, Hannah, like the retreat girlies, and we were hanging out for a minute, and like we were supposed to start potting and doing retreat work. And I was like, can we just go drop off that box of stuff?
Yeah.
I need to. It's been sitting up in my office for a week. It was a massive pile of things.
Yeah.
It felt like I needed to get the energy out.
Yeah.
That was the last thing tying my energetic thoughts to him.
Wow.
And yes, he still has some of my stuff, but like it's nothing I need. And I wrote a note to him, which I placed on a mirror, which I thought was ironic considering
you have to look inside yourself.
I told, like a mirror and a disco ball was like my thing that
You invented them.
I invented them. But I used to tell him all the time, like, I want to be a mirror for other people to see the best parts of themselves.
Oh my God.
And then he like went and got that tattooed on him. And I was like, okay, that was my thing, but okay, you can have it.
The note on the mirror just says, "You're awful."
Look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror.
Fuck you.
You're horrible.
And so me and the girlies, we packed up his stuff and we drove over there listening to some power jams. And we were all wearing black, which I thought was funny. It felt
So
like a
random.
covert ops.
It did.
It's the middle of a Monday.
Yep.
Couldn't be more bright and sunshiny.
Yep.
We dropped it off. We took a picture.
We all pooped in the lawn.
Because we thought it was funny.
Yep.
And we're back to my place. That just happened.
This is the first
I
pod
did
with the
Palo Santo.
Yes, you saged everything.
I cleared the air. I cleared out the fucking energy, and I feel amazing.
Good.
Yeah, I feel really good.
Oh, good. And then next is like, hopefully you're like gonna pamper yourself in the next because you've been working really hard. And
the LA Times article came out today.
Yes,
I'm gonna make the 26-year-old come over, the professional athlete, and just
massage your pussy.
Exactly tonight. I don't know. No, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But enough about me.
What?
You just had a birthday party.
I did just have a birthday party.
Tell us.
It was when I dip, you dip, we dip.
From last week, listeners, you already know that we had some exciting dips planned.
We did. So the dips I prepared were queso, a big crock pot of queso.
One of my faves.
That's like, it was a Midwestern thing for sure. Like a crock pot of queso. That's just, when I saw that at a party, it was very like comforting.
Yes.
Like, okay, I'm home. And then I did a caramelized onion and roasted garlic dip, which roasting garlic and caramelizing onions takes an hour. Did you guys know that?
You felt like the bear, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
A full chef.
I was chopping one cucumber and stirring onions.
Look at
the
you
restaurant was packed.
Culinary artiste.
Yes. So that was one of the hit dips, the roasted garlic and onion one. And then I also made crack dip, which sounds offensive.
You
but
made that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah. It's like cream cheese and sour cream, ranch packet, chives, cheese, bacon. And I chopped up some pickled jalapenos and threw them in there.
I thought it said it did not have bacon in it.
Well, one of them did, one of them didn't. The little one said no bacon. The big one said contains bacon.
Got it. That was nice of you to point out.
Yeah, well, I wanted like the non-meat eaters to have like a little portion to fight over.
Yeah.
If they had to. And then I made sweet dips. I made a pumpkin pie dip.
Oh, that one was fire
like
too.
Like whipped pumpkin, but no one really got into it.
It was a lot. Because it was Teddy Grahams to scoop it with. And like one scoop of Teddy Graham, I was like, ooh, I'm good. That was a good bite.
Interesting. And then
just for feedback.
S'mores dip, which was like marshmallow fluff and whipped cream, basically. And then chocolate chips, crumbled graham crackers, and you dipped it in with graham crackers or strawberries.
And then tell them the funniest part on the wall.
Oh. On the wall. Because I'm open to like starting the year like with like both good and constructive criticism. I had two posters, one that said things I love about Zach with
and
plenty of room.
Huge.
It was big.
It was a poster
but I knew
board.
people were going to need space.
Yeah.
And then I also did a poster
that was the size of a Post-it note
that said things Zach could maybe work on.
I love the word maybe. Things that he could maybe
work on. Like no one's even convinced I need to work on the things. But I will say some of the other. So people followed the theme and they brought dips. A friend made a big tray of guac, which always I feel like it must have cost like $60
because
avocados are so expensive. Yeah. And then also there was a booty dip, which is similar to s'mores dip.
Oh,
it's marshmallow based. There was a pea dip, which I never had pea.
It was interesting.
It was hummusy.
Yeah.
It felt like a guilt-free dip.
Like a healthy dip.
Yeah.
We don't say that word.
And then there were store-bought dips, which is fine. All well and good. Bitchin' sauce, if you haven't had it, it's so good. It's like an almond sauce. And then my favorite dip
Give
was
it to
the
us.
one that Kelsey and Mike and Steph brought.
Yes, it was.
And you know I had 5 dips in the game. I would have said one of mine was the best.
Yeah.
They brought a whipped pistachio dip with lemon butter cookies. It was so good.
Mike came up with this, like, what he saw the lemon cookies and then like was like, what goes good with lemon?
He worked backwards.
Yeah.
What a fucking psycho.
I know. He's an artiste.
Damn, it was so good. But I will say now I do have like a fridge full of dips.
Oh, you should have brought some over.
I said cracked up already. I should have, but I knew you haven't been eating
Dairy. I don't eat dairy.
Oh my God, stop.
Zach said the funniest thing. We had like a couple of friends over the other night for dinner.
And the professional athlete.
And I was talking about how I don't eat dairy. And Zach got so wildly offended.
So the number of times I've eaten pizza with this girl.
And he was literally
fill a Costco.
disgusted with me.
I was.
He was like, yes, you do. And I was like, no, I don't. And we went back and forth arguing. And finally he like stopped the party and was like, who are you doing this for?
That's a thing that really cuts to the core.
Because I was like, what?
I think we all know you, funny. Kelsey.
Yes, you're like, who are you performing?
What's the charade all about?
What second personality do you think you have that we don't know about? Like
my dairy-free friend, Kelsey.
Yes.
Never in my life.
Oh my God, I want to make name tags that say like the dairy-free friend. And then you put in your name.
Yes.
Oh my God, new merch. But overall,
she just slammed. Oh my God,
my neck.
Oh no!
I slammed my head into the microphone and then I jolted back in my neck. It's also what I sound like when I come.
I think I had a great time. Obviously, that day was more of a celebration of dips, which brings me to I think I'm going to every year make my birthday time a dip party. And I want it to be called Celebration of Dip Festival.
Okay.
COD, Celebration of Dip. So Cod Fest.
Okay.
But no fish.
Wait, which arguably might be one of the best dippable things.
Well, you can. But I just want people to know that Cod Fest is not about fish.
Okay.
I want to be a little confusing, a little mysterious.
You want every birthday to be dips? I'm going to run out of ideas.
No, you won't.
Okay.
You only have to come up with like 80 dips. And I'm sure we'll have new chemicals.
You're brave thinking you're going to last that long.
What? I'm only some years old. But I do think, because if we're going to dinner, I think I want to go to a chain restaurant.
For literally like for the celebration I'm taking you for your birthday tomorrow night?
I think so.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
What do you mean you want to go to a chain restaurant? What are you thinking about? Like Cheesecake Factory?
Maybe.
Olive Garden?
Maybe.
Buca de Pepo? What are you thinking about?
Buca de Pepo would be kind of fun.
What are you thinking about?
I mean, but yeah, like a Trash Panda restaurant.
Okay, let's do it. Do we want to invite any? Do we like anyone?
Yeah, we can invite people.
Who do we like?
If you want. I mean, obviously, we've been hanging out with Mike and Steph a lot. This is probably boring
okay,
podcasting.
Let's move on. I got 2 new tattoos. That's why I was an hour late to your birthday party. I ended up getting butterflies on top of the half-naked woman that I already had.
Wait, did she turn into a cloud?
Yeah.
Did she always turn into a cloud?
No, I put a cloud with butterflies coming out of her.
Nice.
Yeah, like
with the underboob.
With the underboobs and the thong still out.
Love.
And then I got these flowers for my goddaughters, Simone
let me see.
and Lola.
Oh, are those lilies?
No, they're like tulips.
Oh.
I was gonna do poppies because that's like kind of their mom's thing, but I think the tulips were just very cute.
Is that your mom's birthday?
My dad and mom's years.
Cute.
Have you like never looked at my tattoos?
No, I guess not.
I just feel like I look very cool.
You do.
And
you
I got
looked
this
cool before too.
Thank you. The what if it all works out I got right after the breakup because I was like, oh wait, I need to remember like my life is amazing.
After Sir?
All gonna work out. Yeah. And then my hippo tat, my very scary hippo tat.
Oh my God, the hippo tats? What are you gonna get a happy hippo on the other? Oh no. You're not gonna have a happy hippo?
No.
Really?
Because I want to remember how fierce I can be.
Okay.
Because like hippo looks cute and cuddly, and then like this is who he is if you fuck with him.
He also eats his own poop.
Maybe I'll start.
Maybe you'll do that too.
Let's see. Oh. Yeah. Moving on to what TikTok taught me. I feel like I've actually been off TikTok for like 3 weeks. I was prepping for the retreat. I was going through a trauma. I did not feel happy like to post anything. So I'm I miss it.
Okay.
And so I finally just did a little gander
little dip,
the other
dip.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Little dip. And I came across one that's everything's been smacking me in the face therapeutic wise. Like everything hits.
Oh, therapeutic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my For You page is really just serving it to me right now.
Yeah.
And I loved this one that this woman did on TikTok, and her name is Stephanie Noble.
Okay.
And she said, for ADHD people specifically, here's why journaling works and is that girl and is amazing. Because in journaling, we're often writing down, we're trying to get it out of our brains onto paper, right? So it's like, here's what's going on in my life. Here's the problem. Here's this thing. Here's that thing. And she's like, you will never get sick of your own shit faster than
If you keep
coming
writing it.
and writing down
Oh my God, I
the
can't believe
same
I'm still doing
fucking dog. And but shit you not, I like went back in my last like 10 journal pages and was just like, I'm sick of myself.
Yep.
I am fucking sick of talking about the
Yep.
same fucking thing.
Yep.
I know what my problems and patterns are. I know how I need to fix this. Now I have to actually do the work.
Yeah.
So also that takes time. And I was in the throes and thick of things. So I just thought that was really interesting. And like with ADHD, you want to like move on. You want something new.
Yeah.
You don't
all the
wanna-
time though.
Yeah. You don't
Even-
want like comfortability in that sense. Yeah.
What's the fix there though?
Of like have new problems. Move on.
Whoa.
Like start writing about something different.
Do ADHD people exist in the elderly community? Because that sounds particularly awful.
What?
Like the not being able to like rest or kind of like
Huh. I was about to drag you for this, and then now you've made a very good point.
yeah, good luck, Kels.
Do the elders have ADHD? Because don't you just naturally start to slow down as you age?
Maybe there's an 86-year-old Kelsey at Home Goods right now.
We should be
sifting
friends.
through piles of junk.
Trying to make something.
I could make a wheelbarrow out of this.
You started laughing at your own joke about a fucking wheelbarrow at Home Goods before you even finished.
I just picture you. Oh, now I'm picturing you as like a meth addicted 86-year-old woman,
Oh
like
my
going through
God.
the garbage at Home Goods.
Oh my
like you're
God.
fully
I've already
dumpster
done
diving.
that.
I know. I know. I believe it.
And Home Goods locks their dumpsters in Los
Do
Angeles.
they
Which
really?
is fucked up. So does Target.
Ew.
I know, they're gatekeeping literally.
Home Goods do better.
Mm-hmm.
That's so messed up. When we destroy the planet, it's gonna be so embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Because it's just going to be plastic straws.
Yeah, it's
and
gonna
like,
be-
home decor.
yeah, fake jack-o'-lanterns and like bad candles.
Ooh, speaking of jack-o'-lanterns,
What?
do you decorate for Halloween around your house?
What about my TikTok taught me?
Oh my God, I'm sorry. Have your moment. I'm
No,
so
mine's
sorry.
just a phrase, and it is the magic you're looking for is inside the work you've been avoiding.
God damn it. I just told you my For You page is feeling a little too fucking personal therapeutically. I don't need it from you too.
Isn't that funny? Not funny, but isn't that like
It's so true.
poignant? And I know what they mean too, because it's like when you do the thing you've been avoiding, you feel that weight lift. You feel that magic. You're like, oh, what if it does all work out? Like,
What if it works out?
it's like, oh,
And I think too, it's like step one in that, because I think we all want to heal. We all want to become better people, for better versions of ourselves. And like, I think it's also just like taking accountability too. Like that's been a big thing I'm reckoning with right through mine is like, where do I actually specifically want to change?
I want to go back to something you just said. We all want to be better versions of ourselves. I don't think a lot of people are even awake to that concept.
Haven't we? Yeah, maybe we did talk about this before where we're like, I think we're very special in that how self-aware we
And I
want to
think
be.
anyone listening to this is also that special.
You didn't find us by accident. You're here to better yourself.
Because I just know people who are like, I'm thinking of people specifically that I know well in my life who are like victims of life. And they just kind of, they do not recognize their power at all. And like from my perspective, I'm like, you have it so good, you don't even know. And they may not ever. They might go to their grave not knowing that
And-
they.
like that's the beauty of friendships and like the circles you run in being so important. and having those friends that can call you in and like, because you at some point detach from the shit your family's telling you, where you're like, shut up, you guys are the ones that fucked me up. And then like to have people in your life, and it's hard when it's a significant other because you're also building bonds and chemistries with that person that can be situational and environmental. So having the people in your life to say like, this is a thing. Like, I know what you think is wrong with me so well. In the car on the way back from Sir's house, Zach tried to roll his eyes at something I said, and he stopped halfway because he saw me going
at you.
And I said, "Stop that!
Unroll
I mean
them."
it." I said, "Roll them back the other way," and he rolled them back down.
I did. It was very.
Believe me, I'm doing the work to change.
Yeah, no, but I think you're right. Friends are a much better barometer than even family. Because family is like, I'm sorry.
That's a projection too.
Yeah, and if I have notes for you, you don't have notes for me.
And I have no notes for you today.
Okay.
I didn't fill out the what Zach could maybe work on either, though.
The only things that they said were too young and too hot. And I'll consider working on those.
I did have a very fun time with some of your friends that I didn't know yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It's always a good group.
Yeah, it is a good group. Very.
The Christmas party was really fun too, or the holiday party.
Oh yeah, the holiday party was so fun.
Yeah. Oh, someone did put tiny hole energy on the what they love about me.
That's
and
amazing.
I think THE is very funny.
Yeah, he got that
He's
energy.
Oh my God, he's so or like you know?
Ooh, THE.
Yeah.
Tiny hole energy. Aesthetically. Oh my God.
Oh, but you asked if I decorated.
Oh yeah.
And
you have a great memory.
I'm inching closer to being the person who has the Christmas bin, the Halloween bin, or like the fall bin, the winter bin, the spring bin. I'm not there yet.
I am.
You've been there.
I don't like mine though.
You want new, but this is the ADD thing, and you're like, you want different new. You're like, this is old.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Is
well, it doesn't match, and like my style has changed. But I do like my ghosts outside. I put some ghosts up.
Great,
that's enough.
But in that way, so I think like you could find staples like white twinkly lights for Christmas, and like just do them in a different way every year. But like the lights are up. Exactly. And like maybe a wreath on your door because the door is like the same all the time.
Yes.
And just like
I was missing my Halloween wreath this year. I don't know where it went.
We could go to Home Goods. I bet stuff is dropping in price. I have to return something too.
Dude, the way Halloween has crept up on us.
Time isn't real.
It shocked me. Someone was asking about my costume on Sunday, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And they're like, "Well, you better figure it out. Like the party's this weekend." And I was like, "What?"
And this is coming out even closer to Halloween.
I know that, which is why this episode.
Wait, okay, yeah. Wait, where are we at with the? Do we need to take a break now?
Do you want more things to say? Or you want to go straight into spookies?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Halloween costume could be part of this chat.
Okay.
Do you know? Okay, I almost said, do you know what you're gonna be?
Well, I panicked, ordered some lingerie for a sex party on Saturday for a Halloween sex party.
Okay, so you're gonna have that costume on for 17 minutes.
Well, yeah, I spent a whole like $8 on it.
Okay, good. That's appropriate.
I got pumpkin nipple pasties. They're glitter pumpkins, and then they also has ones that are skeleton bone hands that look like skeletons.
Okay, love the skeleton bone hands. I'm not convinced. I have to see the pumpkin because now I'm picturing like the aerial view of the pumpkin. So it's like you green nipple like area with the with the handle, and then like
no, it's like the side view. So like the stem is just your pumpkins.
I gotta see.
I'll do skeleton hands because I got skeleton lingerie.
Yeah, it's better.
Do you know what you're being?
No, and every year, especially being in LA, I kind of resent that it's like almost stressful because you know you're gonna go to some parties and see some of the best costumes ever, either executed exquisitely or like so funny. Like even one of your friends last year was Taco Bell, and it was Belle from Beauty and the Beast with a bunch of Taco Bell, and they were like giving out tacos, and it's like that's so funny to me. Good. One person a few years ago was Stevia Jobs, and he had a black turtleneck, and he had like a bunch of stevia. And like,
See,
that's so.
we could easily find this version for you.
Oh, okay. I will say, and maybe I've said this already, my favorite Halloween costume ever.
What?
And it's my go-to when I don't like feel like it.
Tell.
Street clothes,
Uh-huh.
lanyard, clipboard.
Oh, you told me this is great.
Clipboard person who stands outside of like Whole Foods or whatever with the DPS, the Dick Pic Society.
Yep.
And this is where I approach people and go, hi, sorry, I know we're at a party, but I'm kind of working right now. I'm with the DPS, the Dick Pic Society. I don't know if you know this, but there are thousands of lonely, horny singles who are not receiving dick pics. And so we try to find dick pics to send to these lonely, horny singles. We also can take down your name if you need to receive a dick pic.
Canceled.
And then I literally give these guys my clipboard and they put their name and number on it.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
And in the gay community, I bet that fucking slaps.
It does.
It
but
slaps.
it couldn't do it in the straight community.
Oh, no. I'm saying like if a guy was like that, that's some like college behavior where girls would be like, But now I'm thinking about it as a grown adult woman being like, I should do that just to see how it goes.
You could do the itty bitty titty committee.
Ooh.
And like you're like, we're trying to get the
Big
word
with
out that
boobs.
or like we're trying to spread the joy of having itty bitty titties.
Would you like to receive a titty picture of
Yeah.
mine? And then I send him the one that's on your refrigerator.
Yes.
There's a picture of me with my
Iconic.
tits out. Yeah. That's really fun. Do you know what you're doing for Halloween?
No.
All right, we'll talk after this. But we should go to a break because when we come back, Zach, what are we doing?
We're gonna talk about horror stuff.
Don't call me that.
Ah!
Dun, dun, dun. All right, Zach. Tell me things.
Well, I actually want to ask you questions a little
Okay.
bit. You don't like scary.
I fucking hate being scared. This is why I'm a highly sensitive person.
Horror is why you're
Yes.
Go on.
I don't want to be jumped out at.
But did this start somewhere?
I remember when I was little going to one of those Halloween Horror Nights Universal things when I was a kid.
That's scary.
And this was back in the 90s when they had no HR.
They'd fucking shoot you in the fucking shoulder if they wanted to.
And it scared I don't know why my parents brought me that. And they said we thought it was like a kids thing and we walked
it's
around.
at Universal Studios.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's exactly where it came from, but it definitely has a big piece of my upbringing.
Okay. So like you've just been adverse to scary stuff.
There was a moment of healing for me in my highest peak of alcoholism. Where I would go
when you were still drinking?
Yes.
Okay.
Where I would go to Universal just on the tip of blacked out. Like almost can't stand. And then when they jump out at me and I'm like with a group
You'd
and everyone's
throw
like, oh
up
my
on
God,
'em.
I would be like, whoa, hey, whoa, what
So
are you doing?
You were almost trying to heal.
Yes. Like I accepted the scare and it didn't scare me because I was fucking wasted.
Okay. Well, I will relate to you in this. I hate being scared in real life. I do not want to go to a haunted house.
Wow.
I am someone who will crawl on the outskirts of the room to avoid anyone like engaging with me.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I didn't know this about you. I'm your best friend.
Even when I didn't know you like sports.
Okay, this is a conversation for another time.
Play back the tape.
Zach tried to pretend like he did not know that I love football, as if that wasn't an entire identity, personality trait of my
What
life
is this?
for like 25 years.
The Mandela effect with dairy and football?
I think maybe you hit your head recently. You wouldn't remember if you hit it hard enough.
I think you went through some trauma recently.
Yes,
I
facts.
think you woke up a new Kelsey.
Today, I did. I unfolded, bitch.
Boo ice cream? Yes, football. It's so crazy. Okay, so
I'm turning more straight.
I hate it. Even like if the scary thing is like they've jumped out, they're in the room, there's no reason to continue being afraid. I'm still
terrified.
afraid. And they're staring at me. They've obviously picked me as being the runt in the litter.
Yeah.
They are like going in for they're not touching me. This is
No.
not the 90s.
No.
They're
Yeah,
you know, and
don't
I'm
like that. But pray tell, Zachary, hold the phone. You're the king of horror movies.
I do love horror.
So how is that not being scared in real life?
Because it's a very controlled environment.
I beg to differ.
And nothing, unless it's Samara from The Ring, ain't nothing coming out the TV to get me.
But is it because you can tell when the spooky is coming? Like, why do you even put yourself through that stress?
Well, okay, so I have different theories. I think a lot of queer guys love horror. And I don't know what exactly that is. And again, I could have done a little more research. I know there is something about the popular kids getting murdered.
Ooh, revenge.
That probably speaks out.
I like
then
that.
There's also some aspect of like, I think being queer and kind of like trapped in like secrecy or whatever. The idea of like danger kind of lurking around every corner is like very relatable. But I also do think it is, and I want to talk about like sex in horror films. Well, actually, before we do that, do you know that you know the tropes of horror? Like, do you know who you'd be in the horror movie and if you would survive?
No, I don't. I know that there's like the black person dies first, which is like horrible. Then we have like the dumb blonde who like runs towards
Danger.
or like hides and just keeps tripping.
She's usually
Big
naked.
boobs.
She's just had sex with someone. She's like going to shower.
Yeah, and then you have like the jock who runs towards the danger trying to be brave.
Yeah.
And then like the smart friend who like outwits them.
It depends. The smart friend usually lasts a little bit longer, but they often die. It's the final girl who like is the most virtuous. Like she's like the big boob
Sick
girl's
of
a little
it.
mean to her
Yeah.
sometimes, and
Fed up.
Yeah, she's like, oh, you got this is so
And she kind of almost like kind of identifies with the killer a little bit. Like, I understand you've been othered, me too.
yeah, and then they team up.
Yeah.
And then they fuck.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be the popular girl though who gets like stalked.
Gee, thanks.
Well, you know what I mean. No, you might actually be. They're like, hey, guy. She comes in topless. She's like,
They're like, it's not even that party yet.
Shot.
Like, put your shirt back on.
It's awake.
Yeah. I'd like to think, and I've always said this, if I was in like a do or die situation, my anxiety would be so great that I'd be like a mom that lifts a car off her child.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I do think I would go fucking ham, but my knees are so bad I'm tripping.
Okay.
I'm the girl who trips.
Oh.
But I last longer than the naked girl.
Totally.
Yeah.
There's often sometimes like the stoner, and
yeah,
they
that's
randomly like make it kind of long. I will say Kelsey has joked about this, but if there was a doomsday situation, I would probably come to your place.
We made a pact on this podcast.
Did we?
That you're useful because of your motorcycle skills.
Oh my God, you're right.
You have a seat in the car.
Okay, great. You have a seat on the motorcycle.
Goddamn right. And me and Hippo and the cats in the sidecar.
In the sidecar!
Dead.
But like, I did want to kind of go, I guess, towards like a sex in horror aspect.
Okay.
Just because I find it really interesting. And like, I think there's a lot of theories as to why there's so much sex in horror. One being that it's trying to teach kids a lesson. You know, like, so it's like a puritanical thing. Like,
oh my
if
God.
you have sex, you're then marked for death.
See, I thought you were going with like commercialization, sex sells.
That's definitely one of the things, because it does sell, and who doesn't want to see?
But you're so right. It's like once they start to like kiss and make out in the barn, that's when they get killed.
That's when the person fucking sneaks up.
Wow, I'd actually like to know the history of that, like with horror films. Like maybe it did start in the church.
The horror movie was produced by Jesus Christ.
Oh, no. I mean, that was horrific what happened to him.
He's fine.
Yeah, he's okay. He rose.
What was I gonna say? Do you have of the scary movie genres, do you have one that you hate more than another?
Oh,
or what's the scariest thing to you?
Okay.
Like, these days, what would be the scariest thing?
Dog. Okay. I've said this for a long time. The scariest movie I ever saw was House of Wax. And I had to train myself to watch that. Like, I used to watch it all the time, like alone, so that whenever it would be like, who wants to watch a scary movie? I'd be like, let's watch House of Wax. So I knew what was coming. I finally broke out of that once probably I moved to LA and I had to start seeing movies more. And
that is the most anxiety-ridden thing I think I've ever heard.
Yeah.
You forced yourself to watch a scary movie to get used to it in case someone was ever like, let's watch a scary movie.
Yes. Yeah. Have you met me? I am anxiety. Wow. That was my childhood, my teenage years.
I always thought you were faking it till just now.
Mental health matters. I can do like spirits and ghosts. I try not to fuck with like religious demons and ghosts, possessions. But what I really don't fuck with, I do not fuck with aliens.
Really?
I do not fuck, because that's real, dog. That's on, people have seen it and they're writing from their heart. They're writing what they know. And I don't like that. We're exposing them a little bit.
Aliens. That's so interesting though, because my thing with alien movies is I feel like if and when they invade, it will be kind of like a seamless destruction or
swift.
Yes. I don't think there will be much lingering, like, because my version of horrifying is I think someone kidnapping me and keeping me alive somewhere.
Okay, well, now that you bring that up.
No, yeah,
that's
but
pretty high on my list.
I mean, but that's like, I like fun horror. There's nothing fun about being kept in a crawl space and being fed sardines or something.
What was that terrifying movie that came out last year where the guy was in the basement of the house that someone Airbnb'd?
Barbarian.
So Barbarian was probably like my worst nightmare.
Oh my God, you're on vacation or somewhere, and then the doors, like, things are like moved a little bit, and then you go into the cellar and there's a hidden door revealing a staircase. And I want to remind you, you go down the staircase and then there's another staircase, but it's like built into the stone. It's like old school.
It's like since the Roman Empire.
And then there's a series of tunnels.
Nah. That's mine. That's my top. I change it. Aliens, I'm cool. Don't do that. Don't give me tunnels underground.
But Aliens, that's so interesting. There's a really good scary movie out right now called No One Will Save You.
I keep hearing about it.
It's the girl from Booksmart. Denver.
Caitlin
Devers.
Yeah.
She's the main character. There's no dialogue in it.
Oh.
And it is aliens. It's interesting.
The amount of movies I have looked and read the plots for just so I can be included in
the scary movie culture.
Like, what's that one? Hereditary? I know everything that happens.
Hereditary is very dark, very sinister, very fucked up.
All the like Cabin in the Woods, all the M. Night Shyamalans. Yeah. Well, I did watch Midsommar.
Oh, did
that
you
was
really?
more like thriller to me.
Really?
Yeah, that wasn't horror.
People are pretty savagely murdered in that one.
I guess I'm not afraid of murder.
Well, also it took place in the daytime. The whole thing was like in the daytime.
Yeah.
My mission is to probably actually make a list of movies that I think you could handle. Not that I should be pushing you to watch them because you don't like them.
I think you should.
But like horror comedy for sure is like usually like.
I saw The Blackening, which was great.
Great.
We saw it together.
So I think you could do slashers.
I just don't like when they fucking pop out.
Oh, that is kind of a big part of slashers. Well, maybe we can sedate you or do an unfoldment session.
Let's do it.
Do you have any you don't know the characters, I guess, because I was going to say the sex and horror thing is like a real thing. Some iconic sex moments are American Psycho. Did you ever see that?
I know Christian that's in Bale? The shower.
Christian Bale. No, Psycho's in the shower.
Oh, see, I don't even know. What did you say?
Okay, this is actually wild. Okay, Psycho is an Alfred Hitchcock film, right?
I've seen it.
Janet Leigh is the girl who gets killed in the shower. That's Jamie Lee Curtis's mom.
Oh, wow.
And
Jamie Lee Curtis
is a scream queen.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
That makes sense.
And Janet Leigh, the woman who gets killed in the opening scene of Psycho, or the beginning of Psycho, is in Halloween H2O with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Wait, what did you just say? What movie?
American Psycho.
What's that?
Christian Bale.
Isn't
he's like a finance bro?
Oh yes, I've seen that.
Murders people.
Yes, I've seen that.
But he's like ripped and he's like fucking girls, but looking at himself in the mirror.
Yeah. Iconic. That was the first Narcissist.
Oh, for sure.
That was the first time we were like, we can name it, we can see it.
They all grew from a puddle of his splooge.
Yes, which we all gladly.
Did you see Jennifer's Body?
Iconic. We did it on Guilty Pleasures. Like that to me is fun.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a world of horror that exists in that.
Okay.
But there are some jump outs in that too.
Yeah.
Did those not get you as bad?
No, but I think it's because Megan Fox is so fine, and so is Amanda Seyfried, and the bisexual, it just was giving.
Apparently they did not want to shoot that scene.
I know.
Wait, did I read that from you?
Wait, did you come do that episode on Guilty Pleasures?
No, I would have remembered that.
Okay.
Guilty Pleasures is, if you guys aren't listening to Guilty Pleasures, you should. It's so good.
We did Drag Me to Hell. That was pretty fucking scary.
Oh my God. What are you
They forced me.
Okay,
I was pissed.
But Drag Me to Hell is also kind of like fun horror.
I liked the ending. I was like, oh.
Hey, wait, am I crazy? Is there a lot of undertones of eating disorders in that movie? She's always throwing up.
Oh, dude, I couldn't tell you. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Oh.
Yeah, but maybe.
Okay. I thought you would actually like that aspect of it. Most recently, there's a new horror killer that's like very sexual. And that, did you see X or Pearl?
No, but I just went to an event with the girl who plays her.
Oh my God, Mia Goth.
Oh no, that's not it.
Well, there's a couple girls in it. Jenna Ortega's in it.
Nope.
Brittany Snow.
Nope. Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie.
You must be thinking about a different movie. But it's kind of exciting because it introduces a new character, and it's a girl serial killer, and she's very sexual.
Now I'm trying to think of who the girl was.
Was this at the Selena Gomez event?
Yeah. I thought her name was Pearl.
I thought her name was Pearl.
let me find her.
Did you ever see the movie Teeth?
Ew.
It's about a girl with vagina dentata.
Oh, that's
she has
hot.
teeth in her pussy.
That's amazing.
And it like kills people.
I do like that.
I actually never saw that. Maybe we should watch that. It seems like kind of a girl power movie.
Ooh, and like right now I could really use that. Let's make a night of it.
What if your Halloween costume is vagina dentata, and then you put a pair of like vampire teeth in your punani, and then you like have to guide people's hands down there?
She was known for playing Pearl in the same film in 2020.
Mia Goth.
Larson Thompson.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Who's that?
This is not Pearl.
It says Pearl.
Oh, she was in Pearl, but she was not Pearl.
Oh.
Oh, but it says known for playing Pearl.
Wasn't there 2 Pearls that just came out?
There must be, because wait, also Pearl, this says Pearl came out in 2020. Pearl came out in 2023.
There's definitely 2 Pearls then.
Yeah. Maybe Pearl is like a lame movie.
Huh. All right.
But she's very pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Okay, let's do a round of Fuck, Marry, Kills.
Ooh.
With horror killers.
Okay.
So Dracula,
Ooh.
Werewolf, Frankenstein.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
And please support your answer.
Does Frankenstein have a Frankenpeen? Like, does he have a crazy huge monster cock?
Well, this is the thing. He could have actually sewn on a very normal sized dingaling.
Fuck.
Or was the thing with him that it was a bunch of patchwork so he could be super big?
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Wait, who was my second option?
Dracula, werewolf, Frankenstein.
Ooh, okay, you gotta fuck a werewolf.
But the Frankenstein, okay, werewolf is fully wolf.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're bestiality queen. Bestiality for the girls.
I meant like he's gonna be
Totally.
rough. I think I'm gonna marry Dracula because he's like me, pale, only sleeps at the sunrise,
During
like
the
doesn't want to
sunrise.
go outside,
Sure.
loves garlic. We could be together. I'm killing Frankie.
Also, you know what's brilliant about marrying Dracula? Built-in care for when you're elderly. Because he's not going to get old. You are. Unless
And-
he turns you. Wait. Do you want him to turn you?
Yeah, because I want to live in a castle. He also has a mansion.
But also you're...
Frankenstein lived in a basement.
No, he lived in a castle, didn't he?
No, Mary Shelley's basement.
I'll have to do some light fact checking
Yeah,
there.
don't Google it.
Don't
Google
In
it.
my head, Frankenstein was at least facing some sort of skylight because don't they use a lightning bolt to turn him on?
So he had tall ceilings. He was still underground. They still kept him in the fucking basement.
But the other thing about being partnered with Dracula is, are you guys in an like open relationship?
Yeah, obviously we're living forever.
Yeah. And you're like turning select people.
And you're like each other's vampire. So it's like you don't have to worry about loyalty. It's like you're together forever.
But then what happens when you like turn a fuck boy?
then I got to shake him off like a booger.
That's actually like a funny concept for
a movie.
Yeah. You don't even know that they're vampires, but like they're open. One of them has like turned someone. And like, but you don't know that that's the thing.
I love this.
Right?
This is fun.
It'd be fun too if it like you played it like an A24, like
Yes.
kind of like a serious drama
Yeah.
almost. And then you're like, oh my God, are they fucking vampires?
Yes.
Anyway, the twist.
Don't steal that idea, guys.
Okay. Also, how are you going to kill Frankenstein? Do you even know?
I turn him off.
Oh yeah.
The power switch.
Yes.
It's
The
quite
surge
easy.
protector.
I unplug him.
Okay. The Invisible Man. The
I
Mummy.
did see that.
Oh, wait.
And I did see the Mummy.
Invisible
Scary.
Man was very,
thriller.
yeah.
Yeah, I like thrillers.
With Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah.
Okay. Mummy, wait, the Mummy, Brendan Fraser movie?
We did it for Guilty Pleasures. It's
Isn't
scary.
it so good?
Yeah,
It's
and
not
it was my
scary.
bisexual awakening too.
to Rachel Weisz.
Yeah, and Brendan
She's
Fraser.
so
Fucking hot.
It's so wild. Talk about a trajectory. Went from playing that guy and Tarzan.
Yep. George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle.
To the Whale.
To the Whale.
Yeah, his whole career is cray-cray.
Wow. Yeah, and Rachel Weisz is hot. Wait, did you watch Dead Ringers?
No.
Oh my God. It's a spooky birth clinic show where
American Horror Story?
No, she's twins and they're brilliant doctors on fertility, and one of them starts doing fucked up shit in the lab.
Shut up.
Oh, dude, it's so dark.
It's a TV show?
Yeah, and Rachel Weisz plays both people.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Dead Ringers.
I am watching American Horror Story.
Delicate?
I am only 2 episodes in, though.
It's not very good.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I mean, I'm only 3 episodes in because that's what's up.
Proud of me.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm always proud of you, even when you're not doing anything.
I thought you were going to say even when you're being a dumb
Even when you're
pattern-repeating bitch.
No.
We're breaking that pattern.
Okay, wait. Invisible Man, Mummy, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Okay, I'm fucking killing Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Really? Oh,
you know why. I've dealt with too many two-faced men.
That's so fascinating.
They're one person one day, they're next the next.
This is crazy, though, because that means you're either marrying or fucking a literal, like, zombie. Because mummies are wrapped up. They're dead. And they're wrapped up.
He's had experience.
You're right.
He's bringing something fucking put the pussy in a sarcophagus. That's a line for a reason.
And also, he is probably noble. Not noble, but he was probably, I think they only turned wealthy people into mummies.
Okay, so I'm marrying the mummy.
Okay.
Because Jules. You know. I'm having sex with the Invisible Man because, like, I already do. Am I right?
Okay. Honestly, kind of. Okay, it's a self-conscious person's dream to probably get fucked by an invisible person because, like, you're not seeing them
see you. See, I almost feel like you'd want to be the invisible person.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
because I'm
like,
you'd
still know someone's looking at
totally.
you.
Like, and then, like, you see a fold happen and you're like, oh, no.
You're like, this is not right.
You're just in Happy Baby with, like, air going in and out of your hole. It looks like
just
air.
Queefing. Wow.
Ooh, that would be so weird.
I don't know. I want to try it.
Okay, let's get on that, Elon.
Okay. Did you just call out for Elon Musk?
Yeah, to make the Invisible Man.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, Freddie, who is melty face, knives for fingers.
Ouch.
Jason, who is hockey mask, machete, and Michael Myers, who is white mask, knife.
There's a difference between the second one and the third one?
Jason and Michael Myers.
How are they different?
Well, they're both white boys for sure.
With masks.
Jason and Michael. Yeah, Jason has a hockey mask and he kills camp counselors at camp. So already I'm seeing that for you.
Me. Yeah.
And then Michael Myers stalked babysitters.
Oh, that's a little creepy.
Well, he wasn't in it for the kids. He was in it for the babysitters.
That's weird to me. That's a little pedo behavior.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I don't think he was fucking them.
Why not?
He was penetrating them, but with a big knife.
What happened to Freddie?
He's in there.
No, what happened to him?
Oh, actually, okay. So Freddie does have some pedo backstory. Apparently, he was the groundskeeper for an elementary school, and the parents suspected him of molesting some of the kids.
Great, now we're demonetized.
Locked him. Can't we? Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
They locked him in the basement and then set it on fire.
Okay, yeah. So kill him.
But it's not confirmed that he did those things, and that's why he's back to kill.
Was it a setup?
Maybe.
We never confirmed. I'm not taking the chance. He's dead. Okay. So it's either one white guy with a mask or another white guy with a mask, and they're both coming at me with knives.
Yeah.
Who fucking cares? Let's have a threesome. Let's do all of them. I'll be in an open polygamous. Yes.
Over a fire.
Yeah. Kill me, daddy.
Are you growing weary of this game?
No.
Okay. Leprechaun.
Oh, I've never seen it, but he uggo.
And you know who's in the first one?
Who?
Jennifer Aniston.
Whoa.
With her original nose.
The horror. I'm just kidding.
I haven't watched the new season of The Morning Show. I gotta watch it.
We need to get. I'm a few episodes behind.
Okay. Leprechaun, Leatherface, who is the Texas Chainsaw Killer. So he has a chainsaw.
Spooky.
Or Chucky. And Chucky, I should say.
Okay, well, Chucky's a child.
He's a doll, but he's possessed by the spirit of a man.
Oh, okay.
A full-grown man.
Okay. Oof. Why is the chainsaw guy the way he is?
He is probably a product of incest.
What's his attachment style?
I actually think he's anxious attachment.
Yeah.
Because I think he's very like controlled by his like family. The family kind of tells him what to do.
Oh,
like,
so I can save him.
He's a project.
So maybe then I marry him. I marry the Texas
There's
Chainsaw
something
Massacre.
deeply upsetting about the girl who wants to change her habits, and then getting with a serial killer to be like,
you don't give me many options. These are my choices.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, what's the first one again?
Leprechaun.
All right. What's Leprechaun's deal?
He's a fucking leprechaun, Kelsey. He's not real, first of all.
Rich? Does he have gold?
I think he does have a pot of gold.
They're both short redheads.
Very ugly. Yes.
Isn't Chucky mean?
Yeah, he kills people.
Is Leprechaun like a little nice?
Not really.
Does he have any redeeming qualities?
Probably the gold thing.
All right, I'll fuck the Leprechaun for those reasons, and I'm gonna kill Chucky because isn't this whole thing is that he won't die?
Yeah.
Then I'm doing it for
well,
humanity.
he's a doll. It's hard to kill a doll. Okay, Candyman, Pennywise,
Ooh, scary.
Pinhead. Pinhead, you might not know. He's
don't.
from Hellraiser. He's white with a bunch of like nails in his head.
Why?
I don't know. He's like
a
he's like a
construction
demon of like
accident?
torture. Yes, it was a
Oh.
nail gun gone awry.
Yeah.
It was an Amazon deal alert, and he ordered 10 nail guns.
Wait.
But
Nailhead?
a Pinhead,
Pinhead?
Pennywise, which is the clown
so
from It.
scary.
Yes,
I'm killing him.
But also inside Pennywise
Is a Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fucking him.
And Candyman.
What's
who-
his deal? Does he have candy? You know I love sugar.
He does. He actually has a very twisted story.
I'm marrying him then.
Okay, he is a black man
Uh-huh.
who had a love affair with the plantation owner's daughter.
Oh no.
The head of the plantation cut off his hand and covered him in honey, and then he was killed by bees.
And he came back.
He
with
came back.
candy?
Yeah, I think he does give out candy, but he primarily uses his hook hand to kill people. But we do feel bad for him.
I'm
Because,
into it. Yeah. Okay, I'm definitely marrying him for life because
Candy.
yum yum lick lick.
Yes.
Fucking Pennywise because it's Skarsgård, and then Pinhead. I don't know much
Yeah,
about you.
no, I'm glad you're killing him.
You gotta go.
He's really fucked up. And he's all about putting people in constant pain.
And well, that could be fun.
No.
But as someone who's a DIY queen,
Yeah.
I feel like he kind of steals my shine. You know what I mean?
You're right.
I'm kind of like, get out of here.
Someone's
with
like,
all
does
that.
anyone have a nail? And he's like, I do.
Always, honey. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
You fucking pincushion.
Let me do something
Do
by
you want
myself.
some stool?
Okay.
Um,
Sounds like you asked me if I wanted poop.
okay, I did. Norman Bates,
Hot.
who's the killer from Psycho.
Yes.
Hannibal Lecter, who is the killer from Silence of the
You know
Clarice.
what that tongue do?
Yep, you're right. And then Jack Torrance, who, do you want to take a guess who that is?
A real estate agent from South Beach.
Close.
What?
Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
Oh. That movie scared the fucking shit out of me as a
You
kid.
should not have watched that
My
movie.
sister made me one night when my parents were at an event.
It's too highbrow of a horror film
Yes.
for a child because it's imagery
Mm-hmm.
and it's calm and it's subtle and
I
it's
hated it.
just unsettling.
She chased me around the house saying red rum.
Oh,
I didn't like
what
that.
what a fucking cunt.
She's fucking covered that, Megan. Don't.
Yeah,
forget.
Megan.
Okay, so him, Norman Bates,
Yeah.
and
Hannibal Lecter.
okay, I want to know what that tongue do. So I'm gonna go with
You know
fuck.
he literally eats people.
Exactly. I'm trying to get 8.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm marrying Norman Bates because like
He has
dad
mommy issues. He has his dead mom stuffed in a chair.
That's right on par with literally my last 2 relationships. So
True.
yeah, that makes sense.
And you're killing Jack Torrance.
yeah, because he gave me nothing.
Even though young Jack Nicholson, I think, was kind of cute.
Yeah, but he's like breaking through a wall to get to you. No thanks.
Yeah.
That's so thirsty.
He's so into you. Okay. We can be done if you're Kelsey she's having like a rough time over here, like officially.
Oh my God, we've almost been an hour.
Oh my God, then
we
let's
have to stop.
Okay, let's stop then. Let's stop right now.
Okay, for Halloween, we don't know anything.
Oh, I'll either be Dick Pic Society or I'll be Tina Belcher. But before Halloween, come see me. I'm in Texas, October 20th through the 27th, bouncing around. So Addison, San Antonio, Houston, Austin. So ZachNoeTowers.com for tickets. And then after that, I'm just going to be on the road with Taylor Tomlinson in Florida and Fortune Feimster in the Midwest.
Absolutely fucking go to your Florida shows for all my tampons out there who love and support you.
And what about you, Kelsey?
Go read the LA Times article that came out about the retreat and go secure your spot. We already announced the next retreat dates. It's going to be in March 2024. You put a $250 refundable deposit down to secure your spot. Go check it out at don'tpanicretreat.com. Hey, happy Halloween.